Welcome to another episode of Edible RX. I'm Laura Rodriguez, holistic chef, autoimmune warrior, and backyard farmer, and this is the podcast that teaches autoimmune warriors to use anti-inflammatory food as medicine. Today on the podcast, I just wanted to have a little heart-to-heart with you guys about something that comes up often with my members and my clients and just folks that come my way, followers on Instagram, Facebook, the whole thing. And that is, that their picky eaters in their household are what holds them back from changing their diet and trying to eat new foods and embracing the flare-free lifestyle and eating anti-inflammatory and using food as medicine. So today I just wanted to say, real talk, guys. Stop letting your kids, your family, the picky eaters in your life get in the way of your healing. In fact, most kids aren't truly picky eaters. They're overly exposed to highly processed, packaged food that is overly sweetened, overly salty, super crunchy, and those flavors and textures are really easy to get addicted to. So I usually say for most people, and there are some cases where folks have sensory processing disorder or other, eating disorders that they really are picky. But I think in most cases, parents are tired and kids have been exposed to highly addictive foods from a very young age, and they prefer those foods. I mean, they have preferences. Like if you were to give your kid French fries, chicken nuggets, and mac and cheese from an early age, hot dogs, what have you, burgers, whatever, fries, and then all of a sudden you want to get healthy and you want to change the way you eat and you want to start serving them salmon and broccoli and rice and they've never had that before, of course they're not going to want to eat that. So we blame the kids, we blame the family, we call them picky, but in honesty, they just haven't been exposed to anything else yet. So, and the reason I say this is from experience. I used to be a teacher in South Korea. I taught English as a second language from pre-K all the way to 8th grade. And every day we would have lunch for our pre-K and our kindergartners. And they would eat things like octopus, shrimp, anchovies, eggplant, did I say octopus already? Mushrooms, kimchi. I mean, these things are things that they would go wild over when they saw coming into their lunches. And they had to eat kimchi every single day at lunch. Kimchi is a fermented cabbage. It's spicy, it's funky, it's salty, it's fermented cabbage. I mean, and they love it. And to be honest, when I was in South Korea and I saw this happen, I was like, wow, this is crazy. I was so shocked that kids were eating that way and that they would get excited for anchovies and octopus and mushrooms and eggplant. But that made me realize that there is no real thing as like picky kids. Kids are now, some of those kids would, not eat everything on their plate. Some kids loved octopus and some kids didn't. That's a preference and that's okay. So I don't think there's such a thing as kid food. I think all food is kid food. And I don't think kids are picky. I think we give them a bad rap because we don't expose them to enough different types of food, enough variety of food, enough different textures of food. So when they've only been exposed to a small amount of food, sweet, salty, crunchy foods, why would they want something else, right? And to be honest, my daughter is a living testament to this because I was very conscientious, whatever. I was very adamant about, from day one, exposing her to real food, giving her everything that we ate, not making her separate food. We didn't start her on baby food. She didn't eat we were not spoon feeding her. We gave her everything that we made, cut into pieces where she could pick it up and eat it with her hands and chew her food. We did the whole baby-led weaning thing. And every parent is different. There's no judgment there. But I was very I wanted to expose my daughter to a variety of different foods from day one because I wanted to prevent her from being picky. I think we train our kids to be picky. I think if we don't give them enough variety, how are they going to like a variety of different things? They're just not. And so I think, you know, using or letting your picky eaters at home deter you from starting to change your diet, to use food as medicine, to eat anti-inflammatory to take control of your condition, to lessen inflammation, to improve the quality of your life, is you're doing yourself a disservice. So even if you have picky eaters at home, number one, you're probably already making them separate meals. So this wouldn't be any different anyway. And number two, the way that they eat is never going to make you better. So to some degree, you have to take matters into your own hands and make a change for yourself and stop letting other people get in the way of that. So that was just a little thing that was on my mind. I have an amazing resource coming out that I would really love you to check out. It's called the Flare Free Summer Meal Prep Boot Camp. It's going to teach you everything you need to know to meal plan, to meal prep, the most efficient, quickest, easiest way so that you can put meals on the table. You can cook once and eat for days, and make mealtime a breeze. And even if it's like, these are the meals that I'm going to eat, so that I can lessen my inflammation. And then maybe the kids are helping you cook. They're seeing what you're eating. They want to try things here and there. You may even be able to expose them to some new foods. And the end of the training is going to have, I'm sorry, the end of the event, the boot camp, the 4-day boot camp, is going to have a workshop that is going to teach you how to get the whole family on board. All of these tried and true tips that I've learned from dietitians that specialize in working with kids and picky eaters, to help you expose your child to more real foods and expand their palate and get them to eat more healthy, vegetables and different textures and things like that, real food. So there's going to be a workshop at the very end of that 4-day boot camp that will teach you those tricks. And then the boot camp ends with a free family-friendly meal plan, which I've never done. I've always kind of sprinkled in family-friendly recipes for folks, like chicken tenders and sweet potato fries and spaghetti and meatballs. This is going to have all of that in one. So you definitely want to come and check that out. And it's completely free. So I invite you to go to my website, cheflaurarodriguez.com/bootcamp, and check out all the details for that and register, because spaces are extremely limited. This is going to be a small group of people that I'm going to let in, and you will be able to really take away or leave with all of the tools to put meals on the table with ease and use food as medicine with ease, so that you can lessen inflammation and embrace all the magic that summer has to offer. The longer days, the more time outside, the camping trips, the vacations, the travel, the long days in the garden, cooking three times a day for the kids, right? Because they're home all day from school. So this is a lot for autoimmune warriors. Like, summer is great, but there's not as much downtime as in the winter when we can just kind of veg out and relax on the weekends. It's like go, 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 right? So to help you have more energy, decrease your joint pain, clear up those rashes that you have, clear up the migraines that you're having, the brain fog, all of the things that chronic inflammation can cause us as autoimmune warriors, we can lessen that by using food as medicine. And I'm going to teach you how in the Flare Free Summer Meal Prep Boot Camp. And I would love for you to join us. So go ahead and check that out. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Edilble RX, the podcast that teaches autoimmune warriors to use anti-inflammatory food as medicine. I hope you enjoyed our time together today. If you did, please consider leaving a rating or a review wherever you get your podcasts, or if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit that like button. I really appreciate it, and it will help more autoimmune warriors see this and hear this message. Until next time, guys, eat your damn vegetables. Bye!